So for the continuation, there are 5 stages of recruiting. So the recruiting process can be compared to a funnel. So college coaches begin by contacting a large number of prospective athletes that they believe would add value to their program. This number would be in the hundreds or even the thousands or larger programs and must be narrowed down until they have filled their available roster spots. Coaches use evaluations, highlight videos, and contact with recruits to help narrow this list. So here are the 5 stages of recruiting coaches go through to fill their rosters. Knowing these steps will help you understand where you are in the recruiting process and what needs to happen next. First is to create a list of prospective athletes. So this group of recruits will meet some of the basic criteria like position, graduation year, academics, location, height, weight, and more. So to collect so much information for the initial list, coaches will rely on various resources including the recruiting media sites, the third-party recruiting services, recommendations from coaches, communications from recruits, and camps and showcases. So what this means for you is, as a recruit, you need to look at the college recruiting process like a funnel too. Start out with a list of programs that would be a good athletic, academic, financial, and social fit for you, and then pare that list down based on your preferences and the interest of college coaches. So the second stage of recruiting is to send out information gathering materials. So recruiting letters, questionnaires, information pamphlets, and camp invites are sent to athletes in that initial group mentioned previously. These materials help coaches understand which athletes are mutually interested in their program. So if you receive any of these materials from a school you are interested in, respond with a personal message to thank the coach and let them know you are interested in their program. So at this point, schools that are genuinely interested in you will respond in kind to your thank you message. Even if a coach doesn't respond, remember that hundreds of thousands of responses can be difficult to filter through. So give them the benefit of the doubt if you continue to receive letters, questionnaires, and camp invites. So next is conduct player evaluations. At this stage of recruiting process, coaches begin to rank their recruits in a list of top prospects. To do so effectively, college coaches will perform in-depth evaluations of recruits' athletic abilities, academic standing, and character traits. So at this stage in the college recruiting process, coaches really need to get to know recruits in order to create a rank list of top prospects. This often means they will get in touch with athletes and start calling their high school and club coaches for an evaluation or recommendations. They may also travel to large tournaments or showcases where many of their recruits will be competing, or they will send athletes personalized invites to their own camps. Official and unofficial visits can also happen at this time as coaches aim to create a solid list of top recruits. So be proactive in this stage. Contact coaches with evaluation materials. Send coaches your updated athletic stats, academic progress, and highlight videos of your recent game footage. Ask your high school or club coaches to reach out to college coaches and give recommendations. Let them coaches know that you plan to make an official or unofficial visit and arrange a date that works for everyone involved. The next stage is to make verbal offers. With list narrowed down to 20 to 25 athletes, coaches will begin offering scholarships to their top-ranked prospects. Coaches aren't guaranteed to receive commitments from everyone on the top of their list, so they will work their way down the list until they have filled their available roster spots. The final recruiting class can range from 2 to 30 athletes depending on the spot and program size. So when can college coaches make you an offer? That depends on the type of offer. So verbal offers are non-binding or handshake agreements between a recruit and a college coach. This can happen at any time and age. However, one of the biggest problems with early offers is that both the recruit and the coach can back out of them at any time. So, for example, if an athlete was given a verbal scholarship offer their freshman year or high school, that offer can still be rescinded by the athlete's senior year of high school. This leaves the recruit in a tough spot if they haven't been communicating with any other schools. Offers usually become official when the athlete signs their national letter of intent, which typically occurs their senior year of high school. After all offers are made and accepted, a recruiting class can range from 2 to 30 athletes depending on the spot and division level. So at this stage in the recruiting process, athletes will have in-depth conversations with coaches about offers, scholarships, and financial aid options. Make sure to discuss your college options and preferences with your family to ensure you are prepared to commit when the time comes. So the last stage of recruiting is to sign athletes and complete academic eligibility. So the last stage of recruiting process is the recruit signing their letter of intent and meeting eligibility requirements by taking the necessary courses and receiving the required GPA to compete in college athletics. Every year, there are athletes who sign their letter of intent but finish their senior year of high school ineligible to compete at the collegiate level. So this usually means that the athlete's scholarship is no longer available and they will need to compete at a junior college for a year or two to gain academic eligibility. So the coach will have to return to their prospect list and find an athlete to replace the ineligible recruit. Coaches will look for an athlete placed the same position, is interested in their program, and academically eligible. So what this means for you is, while it's easy to get caught up in the rush of athletic recruiting and signing with a school, you still need to make sure that you stay academically eligible. So if you're concerned at all that you may not be able to meet the requirements, meet with your guidance counselor to go over what grades you need to meet in your core courses and strategize a way to get there.